This is kind of an impromptu Q&A with Pere Rovira sitting in a train station on the way back to Barcelona. Where are we, Pere?
Hi, how are you doing?
So why don't you tell anybody who would care to watch this where we are and what we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 days?
Well, we arrived on Saturday to San Francisco, and we were staying in a very nice hostel with all-you-can-eat breakfast, peanut butter basically, and marmalade. So we had a couple of days in San Francisco. I also went to my old university in Berkeley, and then we took the train to Mountain View on Monday, ready for 3 days at the office, the Google offices. And well, it's been 3 very interesting days with 300 people from all over the world who are Google partners for analytics and optimization services. That means we are amongst the 300 people, those 300 people in the world, which is quite amazing if you take into account that 50% of websites use Google Analytics. And we've been learning a lot. I mean, I would especially highlight the keynotes. Every day there was a keynote, so there were 3 keynotes in total, and they were absolutely amazing. The first day we had a keynote by the analytics director of the Barack Obama political campaign. Second day we had Avinash Kaushik, and third day we had Hal Varian, which is an economist at Google. The 3 of them had very different perspectives. I mean, the Obama guy was a practical example of how analytics, like you said, how analytics can change the world.
I love this statement. It's kind of...
He actually showed us how, by analyzing and optimizing the website of Barack Obama, they were able to raise a lot more money for, and that truly helped this guy get elected. Yeah? So analytics is not a geeks thing, it's actually something that can change society as well. Second day we had Avinash, and well, Avinash's role is to inspire, yeah, and to motivate you to be better. And he was amazing. I've seen him talk for the last 2 years, and I think that was the best talk I've ever seen.
Some people were saying that he was the best they'd ever seen because he was just allowed to vent, just to shout and scream about what he felt about the world.
Yeah, just to say whatever he wanted. I mean, the first year I saw him in Barcelona, obviously it was the first time, and I was very impressed. But in here, in 50 minutes, he said very deep philosophical things, and I like this. I mean, I like people who don't care about, I don't know, who just have a vision, yeah, and that's what they want to transmit. It was good. And then the third day was very different. It's Hal Varian, typical Berkeley professor, trying to just teaching us a very different application of web analytics. In this case, how they use Google data to shape policies, economic policies, and predict economic indicators. Very interesting. I mean, if you can predict economic indicators for a country, I guess you can do many things for a website as well, which is something much less complicated. Yeah? So far for the, well, then there were several other talks. Obviously there were the announcements of new functionalities that probably you already know when you watch this video. Amazing things in Google Analytics and Google Website Optimizer, in the API. They stress a lot the need to develop things via the API to contribute to the growth of the tool.
Do you think they see the success of Apple in developing applications and other freeware where the people are developing the bolt-ons and they tend to be the success stories? Do you think Google are kind of catching on to this idea?
So. I mean, it's more. I think it's more like Firefox. You know, that it's a browser that when you use it, you use it because you want to use the extensions that it has, and then you get locked in because no other browser has the extensions that Firefox has, and so you are locked into this application. And the same thing can happen with Google Analytics, and it's also, I mean, as Avinash said, there are more and more sources of data or data, depending what pronunciation you use. And with so many sources of data, I mean, you need applications that put them together and make sense of all this vast amount of data around. They try and produce some knowledge in something that you can act upon.
And when Avinash's point, one of his points was that the elephant, we call Google an elephant, those guys can't move fast and they can't take advantage sometimes of this data very effectively because they're too big and they can't move. But the guys that are smaller are the ones creating insight.
Yeah, I mean, and I think this is something that Google is doing very well. They are obviously an elephant, probably the elephant closest to the mouse, but it's an elephant after all, and that's why they have partners like us and like the 100 partners that were in this conference. Smaller companies, closer to clients, I mean, every day in contact with them, knowing exactly what their needs are, able to build things faster and with less constraints. And I think that's what they are aiming for. They want us to do part of the work, because it makes no sense if they try to do it. I mean, it makes more sense that we do it and then they copy it or they buy it. So yes. I think that's where Google Analytics is going, and it will be the main competitive advantage, I think.
So
100 partners like the partners we are here, some of them super smart.
Yeah.
I don't think any other analytics company has this amount of smart and bright people around their tool.
Yeah. So you've got 30 seconds left, Pere, to tell me the one biggest takeaway from the whole conference, the thing you're going to take home and go, wow, that was amazing. One thing.
Well, I think it's the talent we've seen here, and it seems so easy to make things happen here, and that's what I want to take back home. I mean, we can make things happen
and change the world, right?
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Pere.